feeling the same thing. What other things that happen because of the cold and the bad roads and weather people are probably coming in for? Are tires a big issue?
Tires are a big issue. People are coming in with a shake. They say that when they're driving down the highway that their vehicle is actually shaking. They're coming in for us to check the shake. And a shake in a vehicle could be a bad tire. It could be just that there was some snow, how the snow is getting wet these days, the snow packed up inside the wheel and we just got to clean the wheels out, or just do a balance check on the tires just to make sure that the tires are still in balance. Sometimes with the big potholes, when you hit them really hard, it actually separates the plies inside the tire and the tires go bad, so you have to replace the tires.
But those are things that a mechanic can discover and find out if you bring them in. Now, a lot of people out there maybe haven't taken their cars in for a long time. Is that something you're seeing where to even bring it in, maybe their car's 12, 14, 20 years old, they just getting by? Is that something you've seen?
It does seem that there's some people out there that are not checking their vehicles like they should, and what we call, they bring it in after a catastrophic failure. So something big happens to the vehicle where they have to absolutely bring it in because it doesn't run or drive anymore. Some of those situations, they could have got by with a lot less of a repair bill if they would have just brought it in for routine maintenance rather than waiting for the catastrophic failure.
We're talking with Trent Larson of Ultimate Car Care and Goodyear dealer, but I've known you a long time and you've never really taken a stand for people one way or another that you're better than anybody else. Matter of fact, you've often offered people to come in, have a cup of coffee and see what it's like even before you do any work at your place, just to learn a little bit about you. And for people listening out there that maybe don't have a mechanic that they know, like, or trust, can you give them a little bit of insight on what they should do and to try to find one? You're not going to find this kind of thing at a quick stop oil jobby, are you? Can they do these kinds of things?
No, the quick oil change people can't do that, but a lot of places, especially like mine, they have oil change coupons out there. Grab one of the coupons out of the flyers they get in the mail or out of the newspaper and bring it in and get it. Next time your car is ready for an oil change, bring it into a repair facility, have them do an oil change, but rather than sitting in the back watching TV or reading a magazine, stay out front with the person behind the counter, have a conversation, have a cup of coffee with them. I always say, bring your vehicle to the person you feel comfortable with, and that's the best way to find out if you're comfortable with a person, is if you just sit down and have a cup of coffee with a person, and while you're doing that, they're changing your oil for you too. Also, they're checking your vehicle over, making sure there's no big problems that you have to be worried about.
Yeah, over the years with automobiles, I've been on the road in other towns and those kinds of things. You're really not sure who's working on your car, if they're trustable, if they just started last week, and there's no real way to figure that out, is there, other than just talking to them and looking at the awards on the wall and those kinds of things?
Well, you can go on some of the websites and look on the reviews and stuff. Usually AAA shops, they're checked quite often for reviews also, so if there is a AAA shop somewhere, you could look for that. Also, there's the AAA symbol on the shop, and go in there. They're pretty trustworthy. AAA, I know they do questionnaires with the customers. So, I mean, if you don't meet AAA standards, you can't be a AAA shop.
Oh, that's a little one step of security, as if they're a AAA shop. They've done the research on them, and they're probably a reputable firm.
Absolutely.
Well, we're talking with Trent Larson of Ultimate Car Care about automobiles, because this time of year, a lot of things go wrong. People have been hibernating so long, in some cases, they haven't even gone in for an oil change, or maybe they haven't even driven that far that they don't need an oil change. What do you say to that? If I haven't put 3,000 miles on my car, do I still need an oil change?
Usually I say 6 months. If you go 6 months without an oil change, it isn't a bad idea to get in there and get some fresh oil put in the vehicle and have somebody go through and check the vehicle over for you. Any repair shop that does oil changes will go through a maintenance inspection for you just to make sure that everything's good with your vehicle.
Well, we're talking again with Trent Larson. He's an expert on automobiles and taking care of them before and after, as you say, a catastrophic event. You got any stories you could tell us about any of your customers with some of those events, catastrophic or otherwise?
Oh, we had a vehicle that came in last week that the ball joint actually broke on the vehicle and the tire came off, and the vehicle had to get towed into our shop. That was pretty catastrophic. It would have been a symptom that we could have checked just on a simple oil change change and found that it was loose and repaired before it broke on the vehicle.
And is this a customer of yours that's been there, or is this someone that just brought it because of a AAA?
This was a AAA customer, somebody that was from out of town that came into our shop just because of the catastrophic failure.
Oh, boy. Well, it's good that they found you, because I know you're the best.
Thank you.
You take good care of your customers, and not only that, but I've noticed that you don't make large repairs if they're even not needed, or you give the customer the option. Talk a little bit about those kinds of things that people in other states should be having that discussion with their mechanic or future mechanic about. Always want to fix something all the time, or if they give you a plan of attack on it.
Well, if there's multiple problems done with the vehicle, we like to give it in priority order. The first priority to the last priority, and then we like to schedule it out with the customer. If it's something that they can't do right away, at least we can plan it with them so they can fit it within their budget. We tell them absolutely what has to be done right now, and then what can we do later on down the road, and how long they have before they have to really worry about it. So we like to put it in priority order and try and schedule it out as their budget meets.
And that's a key to a reputable organization, a garage, a mechanic who's going to give you those options and not make you feel like you have to do all of it at once. Is that right?
That's right. We don't like to do the scare tactic where we tell you your car is not going to make it a block without doing all these repairs. We like to build the relationship and do the repairs in an extended period of time and just build that relationship so we have absolutely a friendship, actually, when we're all done. So a lot of my customers have become my friends.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And that just goes to show you what to look for, folks, when you're out looking for a mechanic or thinking about your car as it's rattling down the road. Let's talk one more thing about new cars or used cars. You're a garage that also does inspections for people. Talk about that if they're thinking about buying a new car or a used car. What kinds of things could they ask for in their garage that you offer that might help them in making that decision?
Well, AAA has a safety inspection sheet. So what we do for people that are buying new used vehicles, we actually have them bring them in before they buy them. We go through the safety sheet, the AAA safety sheet, just to make sure that the vehicle is in good, top working condition. And if there is any problems, we like to point it out to them. So hopefully in the negotiation process where they're buying them from, they can either get the price reduced or that shop can actually repair them before they buy the car. So sometimes they'll actually reduce the price and those people will bring it in and we'll do the repairs for them. But at least they know exactly what they're buying. They're buying a good vehicle, or if they're buying a vehicle that has problems, they actually know that they have problems, that they have to be repaired.
Yes, and that's something that buyer beware. Most people, even on selling on Craigslist, would allow you to take it to a mechanic. Do you think that's true?
Absolutely. Especially if you're going to leave your vehicle there while you bring their vehicle up to the shop to take a look at it. You're not going to take their car and steal it on them. They know that their car's still there. A lot of people are still trustworthy on Craigslist. Or if they don't trust you, have that person bring it up to your shop so your mechanic can take a look at it. So the guy's going to be out 45 minutes to an hour while they do the inspection just to check the vehicle over.
It's great information, Trent. We're talking with Trent Larson from Ultimate Car Care. I'll let you tell where how to contact you in a moment, but tell me the number one thing that people need to know or do with their automobile in an effort to keep it running better, longer.
They just got to remember that the factory did a lot of research on vehicle maintenance. So the factory scheduled maintenance program is a very good thing to look at. How often to change the transmission fluid or the coolant, or timing belts are big too. You know, some vehicles, every 60,000 miles you have to put a timing belt on a vehicle. Just to go through the factory scheduled maintenance program is the best way to keep your car in tip-top shape.
Well, that's wonderful information, Trent. We appreciate your time today. Tell us how people might be able to find you or even call you, because I know you do a lot of consultations over the telephone.
Well, our shop is called Ultimate Car Care. We're in Inver Grove Heights, 5641 Blackburn Lane in Inver Grove Heights. We're right across from Gerton's Greenhouse. You can get a hold of us on our website, too, at ultimate-carcare.com, or you can give us a call at 651-450-4426. or you can even like us on Facebook at Ultimate Car Care. You can like us on Facebook also.
Wonderful, Trent. Thanks so much for your time, and we hope that you continue to have good success here in keeping people on the road.
Thank you, Carl, and you have a good day.
Perfect.
What happened to my toodaloo?
Toodaloo.
Hello, this is Ron.
Hello.
Hello, this is Ron.
Hello, Mr. B.
No, this is Ron. Who am I speaking with?
This is Burl Ives.
Hello, Mr. Ives.
You certainly are a good boy.
Thank you very much. What can I help you with?
Why are you buzzing?
I'm here in a restaurant having lunch with a customer.
Jiggity jog, jiggity jog, jiggity jog, jiggity jog.
Hello, who is this?
This is Burl Ives.
Oh, hello, Mr. Ives. I'm not really sure what you're calling about, but is there a chance I could call you back just at lunch here?
Well, me, oh my.
Well, why don't you call back and leave me your number on my voicemail, and I'll call you right back. Yeah, this is Ron.
This is Burl Ives.
Look, Mr. Ives, I can't take your call right now, and I'm sorry I picked it up, but you keep calling.
Where are you going?
I'm not going anywhere. I'm here having lunch with a customer. I don't know what you need from me.
I'll sing a song especially for you.
Mr. Ives, I don't need a song sung to me. You can just leave me a message on my voicemail. That would be fine. I'd get back to you that way.
That's very funny.
I don't know what's so funny about it, but I really can't talk right now.
And just for that, jiggity jog, jiggity jog, jiggity jog, jiggity jog.
What the fuck? Is this you again?
If this isn't the funniest thing...
Look, I don't know what you want from me because you're talking gobbledygook, but I don't really want you calling here anymore.
One day I was walking along near a big farm with lots of animals on it when suddenly I heard...
Who the fuck cares?
There goes the Muffin Man.
Who?
Jiggity jog, jiggity jog, jiggity jog, jiggity jog.
Lose my number, will ya?
But did you ever hear of a cow jumping over the moon?
No, but I've heard of me punching you in the face.
This is Burl Ives.
I don't care who it is. Quit calling and harassing me, douchebag.
Oh, jiggity jog, jiggity jog.
The Biblis story, or?
No, the one about the dead. Well, yeah, both.
It was like Longmont, Colorado or something. It was, kind of north Denver somewhere. Yeah. Excellent.
While you're Googling it, Carl has a story for us.
Oh. Carl?
Hello?
Carl, how are you?
Well, fine. What's going down?
I just kind of hanging out, ready to hear some humor.
Well, did you hear about the two guys that were canoeing in the Amazon?
I don't think I have, Carl.
Well, they were canoeing, having a wonderful time, and all of a sudden a whole bunch of tribesmen come out and captured them, pulled them in the shore, and tied them to a tree.
Uh-oh.
And the chief come up and said to the first one, he says, "You have two choices, death or ooga booga." And the first one looked at his brother and said, "I don't want to die, so give me ooga booga." And they all started chanting, "Ooga, booga, ooga, booga." And then they stripped off his clothes and they sodomized him, the whole tribe. And so the other fellow was watching all this, and they come to him and he says, "Very well, now you, what would you like, death or ooga booga?" He says, "Well, I want nothing to do with that, so kill me. Give me death." And the chief says, "Very well, death by ooga booga."
Carl, you got to be proud of yourself, I would think.
I read that on the interweb yesterday.
Thank you, Carl.
Yeah, toodaloo.
Toodaloo, sir. It is 7:50, 10 minutes till 8 o'clock at KQRS. I'm on the interweb, and I heard some Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young at KQ.
Okay. Well, this has been Carl's Corner, and you've been listening to the program here today, live via satellite on the interweb, and by the courtesy of CountryChef.com's studio and all the people around you. I want to tell you that I've got a lot of tweets. The tweeters There's a bunch of them out there tweeting all the time, talking and telling stories, telling me this and that, and getting all of the data that I'm interested in knowing together. And it's very, very important and interesting things that they come across. So I thank you for that. If you'd like to follow